Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Trans with your host Gabriel
and Leo. Let's get started.
All right, tonight we are talking about the transgender spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know there was a spectrum.
I'd fit words.
Try.
I put it in with the gender spectrum, but I assume that it all falls under the trans umbrella, especially if you're cis and changing.
Okay. You are definitely going to have to explain that a little bit more to me because, again, I'm relatively new at this and I'm still learning. And I think a lot of people that I know of, I know we're getting more and more people listening to us every podcast.
Yeah.
Some are parents with transgender children. Some are transgender. Some are we're talking 10-year, 15, 20-year transgenders.
Yeah.
And we're also talking about people who are literally coming out this week, last week, the week before, last month, 7 days ago.
It's all great.
It's phenomenal, and I'm so thrilled that that we are part of this journey with everyone who's listening. Yeah. We have an amazing support base, and by in turn, I want everyone to make sure that they're aware that we support you as well, that we're here for you, and that at the end of this month we will be going live.
We will be.
We will be.
Really?
I failed.
You did not tell me.
Oops.
That would have been a great surprise to one day just see you click the live button and go, wait, what?
Yeah. At the end of the month, we'll be going live, and so we will actually be able to engage listeners right on, right there, live, in question, be able to log on and text us, and excuse me. Excuse me. And one other thing is we're starting to get requests for interviews.
Really?
We are. We had a request for to do an interview with a Christian pastor.
Okay.
To get their perspective on the transgender movement.
Great to see.
Wave, maybe you want to call it.
I wouldn't call it a wave or a movement. It's just
tsunami?
People. No, it's just people finding safe places to come out.
Sure. And the church has always been kind of a scary place for a lot of people to come out because it's a conundrum.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to get into too deep into religion, but we have been asked to talk to a pastor, which I'm trying to line up.
All right.
I do know of one that I think will be more than happy to talk to us.
Uh-oh.
Not a bad guy. You'll actually really like him.
Do I know him?
Actually, you do. You've actually met him a couple of times. Anyway.
Do I work with him?
No.
Okay.
And neither do I.
That narrows it down.
The other thing is we have actually had a couple people through different transgender groups that have asked us to, hey, I'd love to be interviewed or I'd love to talk to you guys. And a friend who just recently came out, I shouldn't say that, a friend of mine whose daughter just recently came out as agender.
Agender?
Or non-gender.
So they're a child?
Yes, but they're an adult child.
Their adult child.
Yes. Who might be willing to, or might be interested in actually, connecting with us and maybe doing, this is going to sound horribly wrong, but maybe doing a three-way.
Don't ever call that again. Please don't.
You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean. It would be you and I here in the, we're going to say you and I here in the studio, and they would be at their place in New Mexico.
Don't ever call this podcast a three-way.
Right now it's just a twosome. Woohoo. Woo.
No.
No. Okay, I'll stop now.
Nasty.
I'll stop. It was you who took it that way.
How else am I supposed to take the term three-way?
I did warn you in advance that it was coming.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Did not.
Did. I even held up 3 fingers. They can't see it, but you definitely could.
I cannot. I am blind.
Only when you take your glasses off. Okay. Way off topic.
We're rambling.
Normal. It's Sunday night, so, as far as we're concerned, we're getting, ready for work and school and all that fun stuff, so we've got to get all of our goofy juices out now.
Oh, yeah, you have to go back to school. Wait,
yeah,
no, I don't.
No.
I have to go to online school.
You still have another year of,
Year?
Would you like another year?
I would.
Okay. All right.
Online classes are nice.
So, let's just start out with the basics, because you know me very, very well, and I think everybody's starting to know me. I like the science behind it.
You do.
I do. So I went and I pulled up ons.gov.uk.
Okay.
So this is coming out of the UK. The summary: sex and gender are different concepts that are often used interchangeably. Mistake number 1.
Yes.
The UK government refers to sex as being biologically defined and gender as a social construct. That is an internal sense of self, whether an individual sees themselves as a man or as a woman or as another gender identity.
Yeah.
This meaning that it is a person's decision whether they are a man or a woman. Not male or female, but man or woman. So let me ask you, this kind of comes, we see FTM.
Yeah.
Which is typically female to male. But that suggests sex, not gender. Do you see where we're already kind of, I know that, I've identified as female to male.
Yeah.
You've identified as female to male. We do see people where it's, what is it? AF, AB?
AFAB and AMAB.
Right. AMAB, AFAB.
I know how to pronounce these.
I'm glad you do. But
we'll get there with you.
What does that actually mean, though? AMAB and AFAB.
AFAB is assigned female at birth.
Okay.
AMAB is assigned male at birth.
But again, now, those are sexual terms.
Yeah.
Male, female. Not man, woman, but male, female. So I guess maybe the big question that we need to kind of get out of the way is the difference between male and female versus man and woman.
True. What is the difference?
Right. As far as, like I said, as far as, sex goes, sex says identified at birth, the sex, the organs, the genitalia.
Yeah.
And we had that conversation last.
So I would say sex, again, organs, genitalia, whatever you have, but not to discriminate of, on your records, your sex is male, female. But your gender, which is your identity, could be anything.
Right.
Agender, gender fluid, non-binary.
I think you're missing what you're missing what I'm laying down. You're not picking up what I'm putting
I'm also really tired.
I truly apologize. That was really bad of me to say. Okay, anyway. So, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that I don't know the difference between male or gender versus sex. What I'm saying is, we overlap them so interchangeably and so casually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, even male to female, or female to male. Male and female is not the question. That's a sex. We're talking about gender, where gender is man, woman. I know, and like I said, those are really, really hard to define the difference between.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm trying to say.
All right.
A gender, right?
Yeah, a gender.
A gender, which we describe the gender as, again, oh shoot, where did it go? I lost it. Okay, hold on. So, all right, let's describe the sex first. Let's just go with sex first. I'm going to lean in a little bit. Sex refers to, according to, Medical News Today. All right, medicalnewstoday.com. It is, if you click in, it says articles. It's article 232363.
A lot of threes.
I know. You should play those numbers. Lottery, you're too young. All right. So,
you're too old.
I am not.
I am too.
Not nice. Sex refers to the physical difference between a person who is male, female, or intersexual. All right? A person typically has their sex assigned at birth based on a physiological characteristic such as genitalia and chromosomes.
All right.
Okay, so that is the science. It's genitalia and chromosomes.
Yes.
Okay, DNA.
Yes.
Okay, which you know all about DNA from that niche game that you played. Okay, that is your sex. Okay, it's based on science, cold hard. These are the bits and pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but gender, like I said, we were talking about gender before, and Planned Parenthood said something else that was really, really interesting. PlannedParenthood.org says your gender identity is how you feel on the inside and how you express yourself through those feelings. That's clothing, appearance, behaviors. All right. So, therefore, a person's sex is science.
Yes.
Chromosomes, again, bits and pieces which can be changed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whether it's a penis or a vagina. I did find out I am allowed to say those words as long as I refer to them in medical terminology, so I can say penis all I want.
Penis.
Now he's all giggly. My God. Elephant syndrome.
I have the mentality of a prepubescent boy.
You are a prepubescent boy.
No, I am not! I am not a prepubescent boy.
Okay. All right. So, again, sex being, again, chromosomes, the science, the inner workings of the human body.
Yes.
Okay. Not changeable. In my opinion, not changeable.
Chromosomes not change. Can you change chromosomes?
I don't think we can. We're not there yet.
Yet.
Absolutely. But again, we can now, as far as, a baby goes, we can decide hair color. We can decide, yes, there are things that can be done scientifically if you have the money. You must have the cha-ching.
I am so happy you did not modify me at birth.
What you're telling me is you're glad I was a poor parent. I get it. It's okay.
I'm really glad about that, genuinely.
So
I love you.
So we accept that sex is about gender. Sex is about science and chromosomes. And gender is about how you feel and how you perceive yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is why gender is a social construct and sex is not.
That's right. Okay.
We like social constructs in this house.
We really don't, because we're actually, not conforming to social constructs.
Ah, true.
Because our chromosomes tell us that we are both girls, and yet we psychologically both identify as boys.
Well, it's not my...
Or men.
It's not my... I'm a real man.
I'm a real boy.
It's not my fault
All
I was
right,
born in this
Pinocchio.
body. I'm a real boy.
All right, so that leads us into this whole, again, gender spectrum.
Yeah.
Which you know more about than I do.
Because the gender spectrum has been a topic that I've seen, and me and my friends have had several topics about the gender spectrum.
Okay, well, you're going to have to, elaborate. You're going to have to tell me more about this, because I don't know a whole lot about the gender spectrum.
So, obviously, we know gender identity.
Okay.
And how people feel.
And you're pulling this information from...
Young.scott.
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 Young.scott. Is it a .com, a .org?
It does not say.
Oh.
It is just .scott.
Poor .scott. Okay.
.scott.
Poor .scott. Go ahead.
And it is a list of gender identity terms.
Okay.
And I've mentioned a gender identity term around you when we were discussing, I'm going to refer to them as our roommate.
Okay.
When our roommate was going through I'm going to call it a gender crisis.
Yeah.
And we are drinking.
We are. You guys can hear in the background that tapping sound that you hear is one of our sick guinea pigs getting a drink, and we might just have to move him here shortly because, that's going to get a little annoying.
So I mentioned the gender identity by gender.
Okay.
And that was when they were feeling not influences. They were changing between between the genders of male and female. And so they were really trying to figure out what to identify as, whether it was going to be fully masculine, fully feminine, or somewhere in the middle.
All right.
And I do believe they settled on non-binary. I haven't asked lately.
Yeah, me neither.
And I remember when you didn't know what cis meant.
Yeah.
Cisgender. It is someone who it is a person whose gender identity and biological sex assigned at birth are the same. For example, if they were born male, then they express their gender as a male.
See, it's funny because now we're emphasizing that whole expression thing.
Yeah.
We didn't before, now we do. So see, we learn stuff too.
We do.
And that's kind of the nice part of doing these is we're learning right there along with you.
And before I came out as trans, I labeled myself as pangender.
Okay.
It was because
Did you not tell your friends that you were not in love with pans?
No.